That's what you get when you bring elves. Alright, flip the coin. Let's check the coin. And let's keep the coin. Well done, we're actually getting paid here. Here we are, week 10, round 2. And yes, we're going our way through the divisions today. It is the Court Division bringing us this little highlight here. And yes, let's see who we've got. Oh, bloody hell, that explains the music. It's the Flying Floofs, I should have known. Right, this is gonna... Well, at least hopefully some elves die and then it's all good, right? And of course, yeah, here they are, one more time. It's the Nurgle team here. Now, this is usually considered one of the more interesting matchups, especially once these teams have started developing skills. Because, you know, let's face it, it comes down to, you've got all the disturbing presence here. If you scout it out, that starts negating the elven passing game. It's not quite a sure thing. And of course, the might of technicals. Of course, he still hasn't skilled up the Fluffy yet, but you know, he's working on it. Let's take a look. As you can see, it's an impressive amount of different skills coming into this Nurgle team here. Lots of block, the occasional claw. It's quite a mix-up, isn't it? So let's get this one started. Yeah, you can see here, he's even got strength upgrades of all things. Agility upgrades. Tackle. He's got everything that and a bag of crisps. Meanwhile, back here you can see, as the big star player of that team. Yeah, it's rolled a few times. You really want to make good use of Fluffy to move on up. As you can see here, the Flying Floofs have definitely done a more advanced setup here, just in case of that kickoff. Fluffy's only tying up one player. So you can see here, his strategy will probably peel the player off and then try and pin him down over here. Well, let's see how exciting this one gets. And right off the bat, solid punch, elf down, and he's still alive. Well, that's disappointing. How about you? This is almost about as chaos going. You know, can someone please die? No? Right. Yeah, that's the problem with some of these people. They get your hopes up. Yeah. Well, as you can see here, the Flying Floofs have made an interesting decision. This time they've decided, you know what, we won the flip, but we're actually going to do the opening drive. Because they're going to trust that they can actually keep things interdicted a wee bit here, and eventually maybe steal this ball away. Of course, he's got the Pestigore here, who's the ball handler. Of course, he's got block, he's got an agility increase. All he needs now is probably 2 heads. Big hand, so here's a good choice. He's got a huge list of great choices he can eventually buy for this one Pestigore. Very long legs, there's another good one for it. He's got a wealth of choices he can use with this one. Meanwhile, Pro Elf team trying to bring a higher class of play to the pitch. Right. Absolutely right. They almost can say that with a straight face. Do a quick little blitz away, and now we're going to get themselves trimmed back into a light screen. Now here's the interesting question here. Are they going to try and rescue a few of these players? Tentacles! And now he's not going anywhere. Well, he can go flack at his backside for all we don't care. Down he goes. Alright, Fluffy, where are you going this time? Oh, jolly good. 1, 2, 3. That's his optimal move. He's got 3 of them pinned. Hey, you can now just stand there all day and do nothing. Solid hit. Solid sidestep. Right into the grass. And of course he stuns himself in the process. Okay, now you're starting to see here. Here's the difference here with Nurgle and their Chaos Warriors here. Of course, one less movement. And of course one less agility. But what do they bring to the table? Of course they bring to the table disturbing presence, as well as, you know, your everyone's favourite, foul appearance. Is it a trade-up? Well, they also do come in with Nurgles Raw, and they do have regeneration. Bit of column A, bit of column B. It's been much debate, you know, quite frankly, you know, is it a fair cup? They're good players, but especially once they start getting skilled, they can do some pretty amazing things. Meanwhile, Pro Elves, once again, quick dodging away, and again laying up a light screen to slow down the advance. Do expect this to be some rather surgical play between these two coaches until something really starts to break here. And so far, nothing's actually breaking per se, but they are indeed slowing up the advance of the Nurgles. And yeah, there's the big chance. 2 dice up, Bill has to re-roll that one. But does indeed get the push away. This is why many have said the first skill he gets, stand firm, unless he rolls a double, then of course he buys block. Of course, if he rolls a double and it's boxcars, as everyone says, you clearly buy strength. It's a no-brainer. His technical strength 6, yeah, you're going to have a really great and kinky day. Good solid hit on the elf, down he goes. Nurgles deciding to take their time here. Again, they are waiting for something exciting to happen. And until that actually happens, well, they're not really taking many chances here. 2 more dice here. Pro Elves, well, they're quite content keeping the stalemate going. And they're just going to keep laying the pressure in and just keep kicking this poor bugger right back. And down goes the poor lad one more time. And he keeps the status quo, which, quite frankly, is in favour of the Pro Elves. Makes the easy dodge away. More dodges away. At this point here, you can tell he's just waiting for a 1. Out here it comes. Cheeky foul. And his bell is wrong on that one. Constable Ed, what have you got to say about that? Looks like nothing in this case. Taking a look here, neither team coming in with any reserves. So this is going to be quite the Iron Man fight. 2 dice uphill. He does re-roll that. Gets it on the second try. And finally, Fluffy, well, he needs a wee bit of a scritch. He's not getting up anytime soon. So Nurgle, well, quite frankly, he's got to get back to work. And it's still not happening. More solid punching up in the front line here. What are these elves made of? That could be famous last words at this right here. Yes, you saw it right. Yeah, Nurgle finally advances it up, you know, a couple of yards. It only took him 2 turns. It's about average, isn't it? As once again Nurgle patiently continues to wait for something exciting to happen. You know, you might as well call them Team Sloth some days. Of all the teams that move slow, even Dwarves are known to have more speed than this team. But that's the nature of the Nurgle team. Slow, precise, pondering. It's the best thing they can actually do here. You know, grid control and force things like that to start happening. Well, Flying Flukes, turn 4. They are out of rerolls finally. At last, finally, the dodge fails. He's been waiting for that all day, hasn't he? Alright. And now, finally, the punching back by Nurgle at last gets started here. Once again, Fluffy failing to take part. Someone give that poor little cat a yiff. Finally, armor breaks. Of course, it's not an injury, it's stun, but at this rate, you know what? Frankly, you take it. Lad's down. And, well, this is it. Nurgles now got to stop, finally charging down the field, and there they go. Might be a wee bit of a risk here, considering the agility of the Pro Elves here. They still could get a good hit in if no one's actually paying attention. Well, let's see if he actually sees that. Getting back to work. Solid punch on the... Oh, you know, rotters can fly. Oh, I did not know that. I usually took it ogre, but, you know, that's rather impressive. I guess that elf's been working out, you know, lifting all that wine. Well, maybe he has seen this one here. He's curling the team around. Now, there's a good solid hit. Down goes that lad, but does he actually see, and does he actually want to try it? Well, just about everything's dodging away here. And so far, not bad at all. Last lad decides to stay down. Hey, Fluffy, finally. Welcome back to the match. And now we get back into the favourite game of Push Me, Push You. Well, from the Pro Elves viewpoint in here, it's at least a threat to force Nurgle to just have to score this thing. Of course, Nurgle, well, he's not exactly going to do as expected here. He'd actually like to, you know, do some damage. Oh, not quite yet. He's going to wait a turn. Again, might be taking a bit of a chance there. There's the wrestle. Down in the backsides here. Push me, push you. One die blocks. And let's see if Nurgle actually can hold on to this. Flying Flutes, though, are going to have to play this. Rather Iron Man style. They've got no rerolls left. While Nurgles, of course, have actually managed to keep all three. And, of course, the fans are giving them quite the cheer, which it looks like they kind of need. Yep. Not missing a trick. They've got everybody in. And it comes. Do they get the lad? And he gets all the way there. He got him. There's the hit. There's the knockdown. And, of course, the elf's got the ball. What do you expect is going to happen? And Fluffy's decided, now that's it, he's done. All these Chew Toys have run away, and this so far is a disaster for the Nurgle team. That was a risky move. Does he get a lad? Solid hit, solid punch, there he goes. The ball's down. Ball bounces in the end zone, he goes for it. And yes, he does indeed get it. Whew, what a recovery there. Well, there you go. 1-0 for the Nurgle team. Not the way he planned it, though. He's had to score that a little extra early than what he really wanted to do. That's going to easily give the Pro Elves here 2 turns, and we all know this team can easily do this, but as was pointed out earlier, any of you veterans out there now, this is where the disturbing presence in the right spot can make things, you know, quite disturbing. You know, can he actually get this one in? As you can see so far, Foul Appearance has not made an appearance, so we'll see how the dice lay as the game goes on. However, will this be an easy score? Well, they're elves, admittedly, but no rerolls in the tank. But as you can see there, amazingly enough, he has brought plenty of kegs of elven wine and a liberal loose of body ointments and hair care products just in case his teammates need to recover. Alright, yes, sucking bastards. Let's see what the lads can do. Here he comes. And of course the weather's just blowing the balls around. Well, I guess we call that air drying your balls. That's what happens every time I go outside in a kilt. Don't judge me. Alright, let's see at least flying poofs can actually do here. Now, since, of course, he's playing it absolutely Iron Man here, he has to commit everything he's got now. And then he has to actually make a try of it. Now, you can see here already one disturbing presence. So, this is not a perfect throw yet. And now, of all things, he is starting to throw a couple of blocks here. Well, he's thrown his one. He's probably going to throw one more to try and clear this player out. Now, of course, disturbing presence still works even if you're prone. And yep, there was the grudge he was not looking for. Live and die by the one. Credo of any elf team. Alright, Nurgle. This is your moment. Now, here's where it gets fun. Nurgle doesn't actually need to absolutely touch up, but they have to make sure they concentrate enough disturbing presences in to prevent any handoff or passing action. I wonder if he's paid attention to the manual. Oh, no. Pulls it up. Let's point this one out here. Yeah, now I can see why you're moving up here, but he's going to be gone when he throws the ball away, so this is irrelevant. Where he should be is probably there. Or there. Excuse me, yeah, I'm allergic to bad play, apparently. Don't watch my games, trust me. Anyway. Will that come back to haunt them? Let's find out here, lads. Solid punch. Sidesteps away again, and once again, nigh invulnerable teak armor being used by the Pro Elves. See? Didn't miss a trick. Makes the pass, makes the catch. Would you have made a difference, lad? Well, it would have made a difference on the first one, but I do admit yourself, you can't beat a 6. And he's away, and there you are, 1-1. Well, there you go. 1-1 so far at the end before going into half-time. Nurgle does get his one KO player back. And now, here it is. Now, normally you'd be very happy, tied up 1-1. At this point here going, ow, he's kicking to me, I'm on the offense. But remember, of all the teams, it is considered that Nurgle is the greatest of all the defensive teams, especially once they start acquiring skills. They really do. Oh, well, here we go. Wonderful. Great. Just great.
Groovy.
And let's see what they did to him this time. Ah, he's only stunned. Lucky you. Well, all that's going to do is slow down, maybe by at least one turn, one of the Ultra players coming down the field. Well, as you can see here, Flying Floofs have decided, you know what, let's just press this one in and see how far we can actually run with maybe, perchance, a quick score, and then try to harass the Nurgle team, trying to get back to tie it back up. It's not a bad plan. Didn't say it was a great plan, but still not bad. Solid punch in the front, and what are you doing there, lad? And if you ask, going, well, the reality is, I will spend one lineman to keep Fluffy nice and tied up. Well, Nurgle, what are you going to do about this one here? As many would say, you have a lot of options. And you can see here Nurgle's acting incredibly conservative on the defense here, deciding to put everything they can into coverage. They've got Blitz down in the center. It's not a bad idea. Woohoo! finally.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yes, finally, we've got a death already in this game. About time. As you can see here, though, he has left an open receiver way down this end of the field here. Where does he wish to go with this one? And it looks like the Floops have decided, you know what? Again, you can see here, he's got not one, but two disturbing presences on here, and again, succeeds. It's getting pretty crazy, isn't it? Woohoo! And there he goes. Let's try it again, laddie. Not so good.
This is wrong. This is all wrong.
Well, there you go. Nurgle, there's your chance. Let's see if you can go and get the ball back. Unfortunately, well, you got to get this player cleared off, and then the agility fall's got to go get the ball. Oh, crowd's absolutely delighted about that one there. Second injury finally. And he's got a stun on that one. He'll take it, but can he actually get the ball? No, you can't be guarding the ball. You need to actually pick the bloody thing up. You've got Elves. All right. There you go. Yep, AG4, he's got the ball. And down the field, there you go. Push me, push you. Suddenly the game has become quite the defensive battle here. Yeah, offense not working so well. Oh, dear. Flying Floops fail a basic Dual Gem, no choice. Here comes Miracle It. They actually do get the push, and it surfs up.
I think I'm gonna hurl!
Well, that's it. He got the ball, and, well, he's paid for his troubles.
Oh, bitch!
Oi, what wasn't the coach's plan now, was it? And regeneration, of course, fails. And the ball ends up in a great spot. And it's wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful.
Excuse me, do I have "fuck me" written on my forehead?
Well, evidently, but this time he decides to use the apothecary, saves the player from his second death. Well, Nurgle, you're still on the crazy defense. You're not out of the woods yet because, well, face it, the Elves. You're going to have to send someone, and it's going to have to be that lad to go get the sucking ball. That crowd's decide, you know what? It's kick the teeth in day at the stadium, and they're having a jolly old time. Well done. I always got to keep the fans happy. Okay, pausing up again. Yes, you're noticing I'm doing a lot of that, aren't I? Look, he's agility 2. He's doing his job here. You're agility 3, but remember, all he's got to do is get around and push it out of the way, then go pick up the ball. Are you really sure you want to do it that way? Let's find out. Makes both go for it. Shambling down the field comes the Rotter. And the crowd's going to have joy, fun with that one. Shame they couldn't hurt him. Meanwhile, down the field, let's pay attention what's going on there. Oh, look, another one's going. Flying Floops. Well, you're running out of players. Oh, don't worry. I'm sure there's plenty more elves in the woods we can find later. And he makes the dodge away from the tentacles. Brilliant play. Of course, the play of desperation. And yep, there you go, Team Entoy. And yep, 2 dice uphill. Has to re-roll it. Gets the push away. There goes the lad. Does he chance it? There's one. And it doesn't go any further. Well, now what are you going to do? Because he's got sidestep. You've got to knock him over. Have you fought that one through? I'm not sure. Well, he's freed Fluffy up, and just in time for him to need a good yiffing. Well, he got the hit. Down goes the lad, but now you got to absolutely cover the ball. Sigh, this is just not his day, is it? Sigh.
So what do you want, a medal?
There you go. Wonderful. You've done a great job for your team. Absolutely great job. And that's the chance the Elves were hoping for. Here it comes. Blitz away. He's got the push. That's all he wants. Dodges. Does he risk it? Yes, he does. He's got that one. He's absolutely got that one. He's in.
We're on a mission from God.
Well, that's what the Elves feel about themselves all the time. And it's suddenly 2-1. Like I said, maybe you should have actually tried to pick up the ball. I get why, but that's why. Eventually, the Elf's going to take the risk and trust in AG4, because even with your tackle zone, he's picking him up on 3s. Sometimes the risk is the business. Right, Nurgle, you've got 4 turns. A Nurgle team can score by this point, yeah, but this is going to make life rather interesting indeed. Of course, as you can see there, the Elves definitely down 2 players. They're going to feel the full column of 9. As for Nurgle, well, they've got 10. So they do outnumber the Elves, but they like to see a couple more cracks at this point. Of course, the Floos would absolutely not want to see any more. They've already had to witness 2 deaths. They only can pull the 1. Alright, does the poor lad get this one? Come on, out the rafters. He's got it. That helps. In he comes. What are you doing? Taking a shite. Well, at least he's back in the game. Now, here's the big question here with you. You throw a block with Fluffy. That's a big question. At this point, I'd say, good tactics say, no you don't. You just sit there and keep them guarded. Because he's doing his job. As for the rest of these buggers, well, you got to start doing some hitting. And push me, push you, that's not it. Well, at least he's got some light semblance of a screen. And the Chaos Warriors move themselves into a better position. Flying Floofs, of course. They've read this manual, so they realise they've quickly got to move a strike or 2 in and put all the pressure on the ball carrier they can. Well, push me, push you. Not what he planned, so you know what? Back to screening, because that's just the way he does things. Once again, a dodge away. 2 dice uphill. And he's rewarded with, well, quite frankly, you know, a boom to the face. Nice.
Oh, that's gonna hurt!
Well, Fluffy is delighted to finally get another casualty. Can we have one more of those nicely? Thank you very much. Alright, Nurgle team, that puts you up by 2 players. And yep, sensibly enough, let's start marching down the field. 2 more dice, solid punch to his backside, and down goes a little tosser. Here comes the rest of the Nurgle team, carefully marching down the field. Now, at this point here, you can see they can even afford some marking up, and perhaps even, you know, put up a wee bit of protection cage in case, well, as you can see here, you know, the Elves aren't afraid of 2 red dice. They should be afraid. They should be very afraid. And yup, you saw it there. He totally missed that one. Around the outside, 2 dice, and he's got the ball carrier. And down he goes.
Yes, perfect.
Well, does regeneration pay off? Finally, that's the first one we've seen in 5. But so much for your ball carrier. And yep, you saw it there, Elf gets it, and then of course fails the easy dodge. Because, you know, it's AG4, what is it good for anyway? But, Nurgle, you got to recover the ball. And, well, there's your receiver, if you really think about it. Great, just great. You're going to have to get the ball to a rotter. So you can see what he's doing here. Clear the way. And he's doing just a great job. Absolutely wonderful job. And there goes that young lad. Well, there goes your eligible receiver. Wait, lad. You haven't got the ball yet. Alright. Well, then again, you can see why. There is his thinking here. Let's make sure the player is in position in case I screw up the pickup roll. Safe play. Alright. Just might have made it easy if you actually did succeed, you know. Yeah, you did get the ball, but now well, your player's all the way down here. And you may always go for it. Well done, lad. But, well, here we go again. Sigh. 2 dice right into his backside. Second time. Christ, here we go.
Town needs an enema.
And he goes again. That course regeneration fails that one. I got to tell you, that player, he's just been absolute dynamite. And he's a catcher, no less. Well, he's certainly catching something all right. Nurgle would help you catch a good disease, but apparently, yeah, that's not working today. And yes, you saw it right there. He's got the ball, and he's trying to run away with it. And now, ready? Why are you getting it off? Well, he's got 2 disturbing presences. He didn't think he was going to get that lucky a third time. Solid punch down, solid hit, but it's everything he's got. He's got to pick the ball up. Come on, does he get it? Push me, push you. Has to re-roll it. He gets there. There's the sidestep. And the ball is... well, it's free. And he's got it. It's going to be time for the miracle pass. Boy, now you've got it. It's a rotter. Long bomb. It's just not today. Sorry, lads. It's just not today.
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but 2 things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
So there you go, defensive battle indeed there, 2-1 final result for the Pro Elves, but it does cost them dear, a death that cannot apothecary. That seems to be the pattern for most of the Pro Elf teams in this league here, and as for the Nurgle, it is a heartbreaking loss, but you know, they are showing their temple. They're going to be a team to beat this season in the second round. Next time, Nuffle, bless your dice.